Hello everyone and welcome to the program Midday Discourse on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi and many thanks for joining us at this hour. So we'll be looking at the concerns that has been raised by the Northern Elders Forum, and then they were expressing their disappointment about Mr. President's address or speech rather to the situation on the ground, which is the nationwide protests that was tagged or still tagged and bad governance. So the Northern leaders have this to say. The Northern Elders Forum expressed disappointment and concern over President Bola Tinubu's national address. The forum, led by Professor Ango Abdullahi, criticized the president's failure to address severe security situation in the northwest and other northern region. This was as hoodlums attacked protesters at Alausa in Lagos following the ongoing #End Bad Governance protests across some states of the country, with the northwest states of Kaduna, Katsina, and Kano mostly hit. The Northern Elders Forum said it was worried that the president did not speak on issues of banditry, kidnapping, rape, and other criminal activities devastating the areas. So this has been their concern, because a whole lot of persons have had reactions about the address that was made by Mr. President on Sunday. So we're hoping to x-ray, maybe because most of the challenges that were stated out, the demands that were made by the faceless organizers of this protest, Mr. President said his team and his administration are working tirelessly to make sure that all of these concerns are addressed. Areas looking from education, food, majorly on food and cost of living. And again, those faceless organizers of those protests actually made mention of the fact that they want the cost of governance to change. It was said that over the ministers gets to hire over 2,000 aides, and then ministries as well. So all of these things now, all of these angles now are the angles where the protesters are actually focusing on. And again, there have been the recent developments showing that some states in the northern region have been going around still protesting, despite the fact that Mr. President said he is open for dialogue. And again, people in the northern states still agitating on a daily basis, protesting, and now waving the Russian flag. Though the Russians have come out to say that they are not in support of the protests going on, and they have nothing to do with their flags being, flagged around. But this and many more, there are so many angles to this. Even the northern states, the eastern states rather, did not participate so much in the protests. Is it because of the sit-at-home policy by IPOB? Those are the angles that we would be looking at today. And I'll be going on a quick break. When I come back, I'll be introducing my guest, who is a political system expert who would help us understand all of this, because at this point, it's looking as if it's way beyond hunger. It's looking more like a political protest. But we'll be going on a quick break, and then when we come back, Midday Discourse continues.
is the desk on Global Television.
Nigeria. Come join Anthony Momadou on television's most compelling and facts-finding talk live show.
We are the Palestinians, because
that this country gets it right.
Who are these bandits?
It's the Dex on Global Television, where we analyze and dissect storming issues and commentaries in the world's biggest black nation, Nigeria.
Who is being held accountable for this money?
The eyes have it.
We stay and decide policies and reforms on the Dex. Tune in Mondays to Fridays, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Global Television. Let's stay on the Dex.
Get a shot in, squares it, it's in the back.
It's time for sports' biggest moments on Global Television. The headlines, scores, breaking news, and commentaries on sporty events. Talking with the biggest players, strikers, and about the slam dunks and goals, stunning saves, near misses, and upsets. Let's talk about the greatest home runs, comebacks, knockdowns, and victories. Talk sports with the king of sports, Anthony Momadou. Weekdays, 10 a.m. Don't miss out.
Got that goal! Beautiful work from the wingers.
Global television is people's television. It's for the people. They focus on the contents of deliverables.
Global Television, channel 365 on your DSTV, the station to watch for your news and current affairs. Hey! This is Global Television, channel 365 on DSTV, the station to watch for your news and current affairs. This is Global Television, channel 365 on DSTV, a station to watch for current affairs and other societal news. Keep watching live.
Watching Global TV on DSTV channel 365, where don't touch it now, just watch.
This is Global TV. Keep watching on channel 365 on DSTV station and listening to the latest updates. Yay!
This is Global Television on DSTV, channel 365. Keep watching. Yay!
Time check. It's midday. Then it's Midday Discourse. Midday Discourse is a program that covers trending local and international news, current issues, and human-related topics. Join Samuel Odi weekdays 1 p.m. on Global Television. The discussion starts here. In an ever-busy world, the increasing challenge of keeping track of health matters can be extremely demanding. Follow the latest health tips and trends on Health Guide on Global Television on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Health Guide on Global Television. Put your health first.
With every government and introduction of new policies, businesses of all kinds and sizes seize the opportunity to evolve and redefine themselves. Business Point on Global Television is where we follow the money and put the facts and figures right in front of you. Watch Business Point every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. as Kikelamo Okere tracks all the latest developments across critical sectors. Business Point. This is business.
For joining us. If you're just joining in, you're not late. So this is Midday Discourse on Global Television. My name is Samuel Odi. So before we went on that quick break, the Northern leaders came out to, give their reactions to the address that was made by Mr. President on Sunday about the fact that he did not make mentions about some key areas that they were expecting to mention. That's kidnapping, banditry that has been ravaging the its region. And then I have a guest who is actually going to be joining me via Zoom, and then he's joining from the UK, who would join me into this conversation for us to x-ray, all of these things happening, why we saw the northern protesters waving the Russian flag, and why some parts of the states did not really participate so much with the protest, and then way forward, because if all of these solutions are on issues are on ground, definitely we are going to find out solutions on how we could revolve and then have Nigerian economy and Nigerian states functioning properly. At this time, joining me via Zoom, Mr. Larry Toluhi, my big brother. Thank you so much for joining us today on today's edition. How are you doing, sir?
Thank you, Sammy, for having me. It's a great honor to be back here, and congratulations on your on the new thing you've added, being on another platform, which is a great one. So you have having a wider and a larger reach is a great one. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Global TV.
Yes, sir. So how has it been like? I know you've been following everything that has been going on since the inception of the protest last week, and that is like today is basically day 6 of the protest. Some states, some parts of the country, some persons are coming down and not, protesting as they were for the first 5 days, but some people are still very much angry and agitated, mostly in the northern part of the country. Now, looking at those angles now, the Northern Elders Forum came out to say that they are not happy with the address that was made by Mr. President. What's the reaction to that? Because they made mention of them not made mention of Mr. President not addressing the key challenges that is being faced in the northern part of the country.
In a way, I would say, first, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Nigerians. First, in a way, I would say I'm happy that the northern elders are decided to be awakened, because we know they seems to be quiet and docile for the 8 years of President Buhari's rule. Now they are awakened. Oh, so interesting. And let's look at it. So they are not happy that the president did not address some issues. True. The president in his address left a lot of things that he didn't address, but at least he addressed the nation. General Buhari never addressed the nation during his days. He never did. And we didn't see the Northern Elders Forum coming out to demand General Muhammadu Buhari to address the nation. So why are they not asking all of a sudden? Why is this all of a sudden awakeness? And that has always been the problem of Nigeria. The level of hypocrisy, the level of tribalistic approach, the level of bias, and always having a biased thought towards a lot of things has been what led us to where we are, taking us from a place of from a good place to this bad place, to this level of decadence, because the same northern elders never said anything in the times of General Buhari. Now they all of a sudden found their voices that were lost. Now find their voices that were lost. It is pathetic and all that, but that does not justify the fact that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu refused to address some issues he needed to address. But it would have been easier, it would have been awesome, it would have been great if the northern leaders had addressed or had called General Buhari to address the nations from between 2015 to 2023. They never did. They did a lot of things happened and all that. And the Nigeria might not go to the desired state or the desired place we want it to be if we keep going in line of tribal and religious sentiments. Or partisan politics. We must be able to talk and must be able to say the truth or say the truth to power and talk to what we need to talk to, and stop being melodramatic in our approach to addressing bad government or calling governance and demanding for good governance.
Okay. You made mention of good governance, and this is something that would have been taken. So, do you think that the president adopted or didn't know how bad the economy is, and then he got into power and then fired up with taking off subsidy and then everything skyrocketed. Do you think that approach was very, very wrong?
You know, I think you and I have discussed this before, right? And I think we had in my previous appearances there and some other fora, and I've told people that, you see, when we're telling Nigerians that this man, the present president, is not who we thought he was, they all said we were partisan, some said we were not being truthful.
Sebastian.
He was a super, or he is a super strategist, he's a tactician and all that. But it is painful and it is pathetic that this so-called super strategist and tactician is now in power and he has taken Nigeria aback. Things have skyrocketed. When you have a 200,000 naira in your pocket and you go to the market presently, I can bet with you, you're not going to have anything to show for it because there's nothing to show for it. Prices from egg, a crate of egg leaving from 3.5 or 1.5 going to about 5,000, a mudu of gari going to 1.8 or whatsoever, a tuber of yam going to 7.5 or so. It just tells you that this tactician does not have idea of how it's done. You see, people don't understand that regional politics is not the same as national politics. And at times, so when people don't understand the concept of governance and all they want to do is lie, lie, lie. You can lie yourself to an office, you can lie during a work interview, but when you get the job, your lies can do the job because there will be some things demanded of you to deliver based on your job role or job description. So you need to do that, and that is what happened. This man and his team, they lied so much to Nigerians that they believed in their own lies. And now their lies is catching up with them. Their lies is causing them trouble. You see, I don't want to believe that he does not know that the economy is in shambles because, hey, they're both APC. Look, Buhari, General Buhari, in his times was an APC government. This is an APC government, and we see a lot of these guys in the administration of General Buhari, even in this present administration. So for